What's up? It's your boy DaVerseOfficial back again with another video, and in this video I have nothing. And now I have something. No, golly, it's been a long time since I've uploaded. I apologize in advance. Long story short, got this truck. I've always been an Arrma fan. Originally, I was Traxxas into the Nitro, the JDO 3.3, customizing and all that. When I first got into the hobby, was introduced to brushless, got Arrma. I've had the Infraction, the Felony, the Creighton 8S EXB, this Outcast, Success EXB RDR. In all my experiences, this is probably the first time I have ever had the most problems with the Arrma car. I'm not an Arrma fanboy. I'm not a Traxxas fanboy. I'm not any fanboy. I just love the hobby itself. But the reason why I haven't uploaded is because I've been working on this thing nonstop, off and on, for the last couple of months, or since I've last uploaded. Headache after headache. So everything that I put in the last video, how I fixed it, repaired the differential, the gearbox, everything. Long story short, or like I say, short story long, I ran the car. It was running fine at first. Then next thing you know, the dog bone came smooth out while I was running it. I think I turned the corner, and I wasn't bashing really hard, but I turned the corner, and I guess the suspension or the truck kind of lifted up a little bit like that, and the dog bone slipped out of there, and I repaired it back, put everything back together. I took everything apart, put it back together on this side. Same thing happened on this side, and it chewed up that dog bone. I don't know if you can see it, but not the dog bone, but the diff part right here. Chewed that up, and it clink, 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 and just everything. It's been a headache after headache. On the back of it, because I greased it after I put my diff and everything back together, you can see the red grease. That's grass and debris all on it, but the red grease that's inside of it, it's leaking out of there. I've tightened everything down. I've even shimmed it so it shouldn't leak at all. Everything was nice and tight. It wasn't over tight or anything like that, but yeah, it was leaking. Still hearing the gears grind. I fixed the problem that was happening with it. It was because everything was loose inside the diffs, but I upgraded everything like I said in the last video, put it all together. Things were still becoming more and more of a headache, so I refixed it again, and I haven't ran it since, just because I feel like this is back like the old day when I was running Nitro. It took forever to even get the car started, so by the time you got it started, you weren't even excited to even run the RC car anymore. And if you did get it started and was able to run it, it ran and got so far and died, and you had to walk, feels like a mile, all the way to get it, or either to start it again and drive it again, and it dies again. So this has just been probably the worst experience. No shots thrown at Arrma or anything like that, because they make tough cars. I still love Arrma. I love all RCs, everything, but this just put a sour taste in my mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and be putting this on OfferUp or selling it. Anybody that wants to buy it in my local area, DFW. I'll put the OfferUp link in the description. If you do stay in the DFW, I'm selling it for fairly cheap, just because I've only ran it 2 times. Just the first time, the unboxing, once I did the LED lights, and then the second time after I redid the diff and all of that. Like I said, it's really the only part that has scratches is here. Everything is still basically brand new. Everything that comes in here, the fan, I take all this off, but yeah, all the upgrades, everything, with the light switch right here to be able to cut on the lights off and on. Full LEDs still on it. Everything still works. Like I said, it's just been a headache for me. I spent so much money on this car, almost $1,000 once I've done all the upgrades. Of course, the RDR already has all the anodized red parts, everything that's, you know, make it solid for bashing, but I didn't even get an opportunity to really bash it. I never jumped it off of any jumps, just because I was too scared something else was going to break, and I really wasn't excited after fixing it 3 times. You know, those little problems, and they're minute probably to other people, but to me, I just want to be able to get the RC car do a few upgrades on it, bash a little bit, and just have fun. Every time I pull it out, I just want to have fun. That's the average person. You just want it to work. And this just didn't want to work for me. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And what I went ahead and picked up, just because I was like, you know, if I had the money, I would get another Arrma. I almost got an Arrma Infraction again, just because my bro-in-law, Jeff, he has the Infraction and Felony. It was like, I bought the Infraction, then he got the Infraction. I got the Felony, then he got the Felony. And I love it because I had somebody to run it with, and then I wind up getting a different monster car. He still had his Infraction. So every time I would run mine, I would see him when I go over his house, and mine would be at the house. And then I'd get that Infraction fever again. That adrenaline, I'm like, man, I miss it. But what I didn't miss was every time that I was driving the Infraction, it was scraping the bottom. I had to have a perfect smooth surface. I got tired of driving to Home Depot and Summit Racing just to run the car, just to get kicked out. So I still love the Infraction. I wanted to build the Limitless. I was like, well, let me just take all the electronics and everything out of here, build up a Limitless. But how much money that I've spent into this, northward of $1,000 on RC, and then buying a Limitless and taking this apart and this one not running, and then later on upgrading this one and then probably still having problems with it and just getting irritated. I was like, no, let me just go ahead and switch totally 180 and give this car a chance right here. Yep, had to do it. I know. I started my channel off of, actually I started my channel with the Jado, but that video's hidden, and I might just unlock it just so you guys can see the old video where I started from Traxxas, went Arrma, and I can't say necessarily that I'm back to Traxxas. I mean, I bought it, so technically I am back to Traxxas, but go big or go home. I wanted to get the sledge, but just because it reminded me of the Outcast, I was like, let me just go ahead and just go big. Now with Traxxas, yes, everything is more expensive. Just out the box, this was $1,000 just for this. And for the average person to get the Traxxas batteries, chargers, and all that, you'd have spent $1,500–1,600. Of course, I'm not gonna do that just because I customize everything. I'll look on eBay. Well, I won't buy it really from eBay, but I'll buy it from Amazon. I'll look for batteries on Amazon. I already have the charger. Of course, I'm gonna customize a lot of this. Excuse me. I'm gonna customize a lot with this XRT. I went ahead and went with the orange one. The guy at my hobby town, he persuaded me because I was looking at the blue one, but it just reminded me of me having the Creighton. I wanted something just that would pop, really different, neon color. I was looking at the green as well, but I've seen a lot of people have the green. A lot of people have the blue and the red, and I was like, I just need something that if it's nighttime, it kind of will pop a lot more. But the blue and black looks really nice as well. But this one, I went ahead and went with the orange one. I'm going to be doing upgrades, like I said, on it. I'm going to probably change out the ESC to a Max 5, a hobby wing. I'm probably going to leave the motor stock for now. I may get a new spur and pinion gear, a little stronger, because a lot of YouTubers have been saying that the spur and the pinion that comes with this one, the high-speed pinion, is trash. So, of course, might as well just buy everything just where it won't act like that one. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and unbox this one so you guys can see what it looks like. I know you guys probably have seen unboxings already, but you know how I do mine. Very different. The box. The hefty expensive price before taxes. Box opened. Light with vision inside the box. Truck out of box. Okay, I just gotta be honest, just to give you guys an understanding of how huge this truck is. This is a queen size bed. This truck takes up so much of this bed. The camera does it no justice. If you can get a chance to go to your local hobby shop and see this Traxxas Xrt in person, I have really big hands, and these tires are ridiculous. This orange looks nice. Let me just go ahead and get the plastic off this and let you guys see this. I would go ahead and throw the tires on there, but I'm gonna go ahead and mess with the ESC, change all the connectors to EC5 or IC5. connectors on here so I can go ahead and use my batteries that I had. I'm gonna be running this off of 6S for the time being, just because I spent so much money on this, and I still have my 6S bashing 120C, just to kind of get used to this big truck, see how it runs with that. And then because the 4S Gensace bashing edition is all out of stock and on back order, I would have bought it right then and there if they had it, but they didn't. So I'm gonna go ahead and use my 6S 120C Gensace bashing edition and just kind of get a feel for the truck. And you know, dang, I can't get over this orange. Everything just pops. The detail. Traxxas, you guys did it. And thank you, my guy at Hobbytown, for persuading me to go ahead and get the orange, man. I can't even talk right now. I'm stuttering. I can't even speak. I'm just so excited. I'm ready to get on this truck. But go ahead and stay tuned for the next video when I get everything put on, change out the EC5, do a couple of runs, passes, and then once I really dive into customizing this on that next video, yeah, just make sure you guys stay tuned. It's crazy. I can't even talk right now. I'm excited. And I kind of sound like him, because in the hobby shop he couldn't even like really talk. He was so excited. This guy, and before I end the video, I have to say this. He says everything that he gets, he has to have 19 of. So he has 19 X Maxes, and I was adding all that up. I was like, man, you're balling. And then he has 19 of the XRTs. I do not know why, but he's balling. Like, he is really balling. But and not so much just that, but he enjoys the hobby. He was showing me all the different ones that he has. He has every color. His favorite one is the orange and black. He customized everything from the arms being orange, and he did so much. I'm not even gonna say what he did. I'm gonna go ahead and have to go up to the hobby shop and in the next video somehow show the pictures of how he customized it, but it looks really, really sick. But yeah, go ahead and stay tuned, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
It's the anthem. If I give you my word, that's what I stand on. Loyalty and trust is what I stand on. Family and love is what I stand on.